Hi everyone, I'm Frank from UPDF, and today I'll show you just how simple it is to fill out, sign, and even create PDF forms with UPDF. You'll see how easy it is to build professional looking forms, fill them out, and add your signature in just a few seconds whenever you need to. So download UPDF via the link in the description below and follow me step by step as we create a PDF form. All right, let's start with creating a fillable PDF form from scratch. This feature comes in really handy when you need to create a fillable form quickly for projects, surveys, or anything that requires a form to be filled out. The first thing you'll need is a blank PDF inside of UPDF. Once you've got that ready, you can begin adding things like text boxes, check marks, and drop downs to build a form that's interactive and easy to use. To help you understand how this works, I'll create a task assignment form as an example, and I'll show you how it works. Let's start by creating a blank PDF. We'll launch UPDF and tap Tools from the main interface, and on the new screen, we'll start by creating a blank form under Create PDF section. Now, we'll choose the desired paper style and page size. You can also change the orientation and how many pages you need. Tap Apply to create a blank PDF. Once the PDF is created, we'll go to the Tools menu from the top on the top left of your screen, and then we'll press the Edit tab to access the features we'll need. We're going to use the text feature to add new text boxes and create a structure for the form. For example, I'm creating a task assignment form, so I'm going to add a name, position, tasks, task priority, status, deadline, images to explain, sign here, etc., whatever I need. After adding all of the required text fields, I can then access the Tools menu and I can enter the Forms tab in order to put in the fillable form fields. For the name section, I'll tap the text field icon. Then I'll draw a text box to let anyone filling out the form add their name. Now I'll double click on that field to open the Properties panel for it. From here, I'll set the name for the field. For example, I'll have colleague name as the name. I can also enter a tooltip like please put your name here to help people filling out the form understand the content that they should put into that form. Now I'll go to this Style tab, and I'll adjust things like the background color, the text color, any settings I'd like. Within this tab, you can also adjust the alignment and the size of text. Next, let's add a drop-down field for this position here, so that people who are filling out the forms can select from a prepared list of options. We'll tap on the drop-down icon, and we'll draw a box. Now we'll double-click on that box to get the properties for it, same as we did with the text field. You can then customize its name and a tooltip for this field like we did with the text field. And underneath the Items section, we can enter in an item for that drop-down list, like CEO. You can then copy that item to the export value and click on the Add Items to add more. You can add things such as HR, Sales, Project Manager, Development, etc. Once that list is ready, you can style it to match the look of your form. Now I want to add a list box for the tasks. I'll tap on the list box icon and I'll draw a box. I'll adjust the size so that the tasks can fit into that box, the ones that I add later on. And then I'll double tap on this added box so that I can then go into the Items section and I can begin entering the tasks one by one. I can also put in the export value when they choose that text. I'll do things like send email, and I'll add the item to add it. I repeat the same steps to things like put in tasks like make a presentation, have a meeting. And after adding all the items to the list, I can sort them by clicking on the Move Up, and I can click on the three dots. Finally, enter the Style tab, and I can adjust the color and the size of the text within this box. For task priority, I can do things like add radio buttons to let the person filling out the form just select from the list. First of all, I'll go to Tools and I'll go to Edit, and I'll insert a text option, and I'll add high and medium and low options. Then go to Tools and click on the Form option again. Click on the radio button icon at the top of your screen, draw to add the radio button near the other options, and double click on the added button. Now, assign a name and tooltip for each of the add buttons within the Properties panel, and you can change the button style if you want as well. For the status section, I want to add a checkbox to follow up on process. So I'll go to Tools, Edit, and I'll add subtasks for the major tasks. For example, when selecting Send Email in the Task section, I add the subtasks like Collect Information, Email a Draft, the Email Ready, Email Sent in the Status section, so I can keep track of the status of the task that I'm doing. Now I'll go to the Tools and I'll select the form, click on the checkbox icon at the top of the screen, and I'll draw checkboxes. Then double click them to access the Properties panel, and I'll stylize the field. To add a deadline or a filing date on your form, tap the Date field icon and draw a box. Then double click on the box and enter the Style tab within the Properties field. Here, adjust the border and background color of the added field, and then I can optimize the text alignment and size to determine how the added dates will look in this field. You can also insert an image field to let people filling out the form add things like logos or profile pictures or other images to explain the tasks. To do this, click on the image field icon and draw it to add it to your form. Afterwards, double click on it and customize the field. To legalize a form, you might want to add a signature field while creating forms on the blank PDF. For this, press the signature field icon and draw the field. Upon double tapping, optimize the general and style settings within the Properties panel. Finally, add a button to reset the form, or you can add buttons to for other purposes. Tap on the button icon from the top toolbar, add it to where you'd like it to be on your form, and double click on the added field. Then stylize the button and access the Actions tab. From here, pick the right Select Trigger to option. For here I choose mouse down and I click on Select Action to choose an option. As I need to reset the form function, I choose Reset a Form. Click plus Add Section. Now select the fields to reset and finish. You can see that it's easy to create a PDF form from scratch with UPDF. However, what if you have one non-fillable PDF form in Word, Excel, or PDF format and you don't want to create them from scratch? No worries. UPDF also lets you convert non-fillable forms into fillable ones. Its form field recognition feature can recognize the flattened fields present within an existing form. To perform this task, open the flattened form by dragging and dropping to UPDF's home interface. Now tap the Tools button on the top left of your screen to access a new menu. Then press the Forms tab to reveal its tools for field recognition. Next, press the More button on the Form toolbar at the top of your screen. On the menu that appears, tap on the Form Field Recognition button and confirm the selection to convert non-fillable fields to fillable ones. After creating fillable forms, you can use UPDF to fill in the fields. Moreover, UPDF even allows you to digitally sign those forms for official use. Start filling the form by launching UPDF and clicking Open File to upload the form. Then click on any of the fillable fields, such as name, and put in the information needed. Next, click on the Added Checkbox field to make your choices. And upon you filling in the rest of the information, you can tap the Signature field to access the Sign document window. From here, either create or import your digital signature into UPDF, and finally hit the Sign button to add the selected signature to your form. And that's it. You've just seen how easy it is to create, fill, and sign PDF forms with UPDF. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to download UPDF and give it a try for yourself. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss future tutorials that make working with PDFs easier. See you in the next video.